Good morning. Today is Tuesday, November 1st, F Day. I'm Shelby Backer.
And I'm Connor Buckley.
And this is Kennedy Live.
Today is All Saints' Day. The earliest certain observance of a feast in honor of all the saints is an early 4th century commemoration of all the martyrs. In the early 7th century, after successive waves of invaders plundering the catacombs, Pope Boniface IV gathered up some 28 wagon loads of bones and reinterred them beneath the Pantheon, a Roman temple dedicated to the gods. The Pope rededicated the shrine as a Christian church. According to Venerable Bede, the Pope intended that the memory of all the saints might in the future be honored in the place which had formerly been dedicated to the worship of not of gods but of demons. We will celebrate All Saints' Day today with Community Mass.
Now for some school announcements. There is a Gale Winds meeting in Room 100 after Kennedy Live. All are welcome.
Attention, it is that time of year again. Time to try your hand at becoming a published author. We are currently accepting submissions for the new edition of On My Mind. All work must be submitted no later than December 1st. It must be emailed as a Microsoft Word document attachment to cmorris@kennedycatholic.org. There is an 1,000-word limit. Please see Ms. Morris if you have any questions.
We are looking for volunteers to clean out the costumes closet for the play. Volunteers are needed from Wednesday to Friday, and community service hours will be given. If anyone is interested, please see Julia Feeney or Miss Vetteretti.
Our new VEX Robotics team, the Kennedy Gales, had a tournament at Danbury High School on Saturday. They placed 8th out of 26 teams and made the semifinals. They were presented with the Judges Award.
Now for this day in history.
Good morning, I'm Josh Baker with This Day in History, November 1st. Happy All Saints to everybody. On this day in 1512, the Sistine Chapel, ceiling open to the public, the work of art was created by legendary artist Michelangelo. And in 1765, British Parliament enacted the controversial Stamp Act, another act that pushed the American colonies to revolution and imposed a tax on paper goods like newspapers, stamps, and other documents. Also, there was an attempted assassination of President Truman. Today marks the 66th anniversary of an unsuccessful attempt on President Harry Truman's life. The attempt was carried out by 2 Puerto Rican pro-independence men. The president was unharmed. Atomic bomb testing. Also, in 1952, the United States tested the first hydrogen bomb. And also, Jacques Plante became the first hockey goalie to wear a mask in a pro game. Now back to the anchors.
Thank you, Josh. In world and local news. The Justice Department is telling Congress it will use its resources to quickly review emails that may be relevant to the Hillary Clinton email investigation. The department said it would work closely with the FBI. It's not clear how many are pertinent to the Clinton case. FBI Director James Comey revealed the existence of the newly discovered emails in a letter to Congress last Friday.
Children and teens that use smartphones and tablets at night get less sleep and are sleepier during the day. The blue light from the devices keep us awake, but now there's a new twist. Researchers say that even when kids don't use them at night, it affects their sleep. The continuous stimulation from things like social media engagement can keep them awake. If their devices is near the bed, simply by anticipating of waiting for a new message or a text, they say that turning the device off or moving it to another room can make a big difference and get better sleep. I know I go through that because I don't sleep at all.
Uber is floating the idea of creating a fleet of flying cars, somewhat like the old cartoon The Jetsons, calling it Uber Elevate. The company wants to help take us to the skies, soaring above the congested highways and streets below. They say they wouldn't actually make the flying vehicles, only that it can be done. There are huge obstacles, though, including safety, weather, air traffic control, the FAA, and of course, the cost. In other words, don't expect Uber to fly you to your destination anytime soon.
That would be very cool. Now over to Mirage for sports.
Good morning, Kennedy Catholic Sports Nation. I'm Mirage with your sports. The boys soccer team will be having their home playoff game this Thursday, so be there for that. Happy birthday to Hilaria. In the NBA, the Raptors and the Nuggets. The Raptors beat the Nuggets 105-102. DeMar DeRozan had 33 points and Kyle Lowry had 29. The girls volleyball team will be having their home playoff game today against Preston at 6 o'clock. It will be a blackout, so make sure everyone's there for that. And in the major leagues, the Cubs and the Indians play tonight in Cleveland. The game's at 8. It will be on Fox. The series is now 3-2, the Indians. And the Bears beat the Vikings last night 20-10. Well, that's all for sports. Back to the Anchors.
Thank you, Mirage. Well, I'm Connor Buckley.
And I'm Shelby Backer.
And this has been Kennedy Live.
Have a great day.